Up, Strong Black Super Chemist. We got part 3. I think I can't remember the title of the playlist. If you want to watch all the videos, go to the playlist. It's like wives slash family slash marriage, something like that. But anyways, this is part 3, I think. And the last thing we were talking about is why compatibility doesn't matter in a marriage. Having similar interests and stuff like that. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. You got a submissive woman, and a dominant man. They're a total opposite. So their interests are going to be totally different, first of all. He's going to, in football, cars, that kind of thing. She's going to maybe gardening or, making clothes or something like that. They're totally opposites. Looking for people that are compatible is insane, okay? And I didn't realize this. I wish I had known this when I was young. Okay, what's important is that they're submissive, right? If you let's say, let me give you an example. The women that you usually pick, right? Because you're not listening to these videos, or at least in my case, the women I picked, right? Yeah, they had some compatibility or whatever, but what they didn't have compatible with me, they never tried to be. You know what I mean? Like, let me give you an example. Let's say you're a gamer, right? And you have woman after woman after woman complaining and complaining about how you're a gamer, and you've been with this woman for like months now. You know what I mean? It's not like the first day or whatever. They know that you're a gamer, and when and they just keep complaining about the gaming. See, that's a non-submissive woman. Okay, she's telling you by complaining about it, she's saying, I'm not submissive. I'm a leader. I'm dominant, and we should be doing what I want to do, okay? Because it's all about me, okay? But that's not the way. No, you get rid of that woman. Throw her to the side, okay? You want to get to the woman, this is your first tip, when they're submissive, and I've only had 2 girlfriends like that were submissive. When they date you, they change their, they change everything about them. You ever notice the bad boy where they go to the thing? Everything about them, they change. Whatever the bad boy's into, they're like, oh, I like that too. Yeah, I've been doing that forever. They never went surfboarding, but he's like, oh, I'll go surfboarding. She's like, oh, yeah, I love surfboarding. Oh, my God, it's the greatest thing in the world. Yeah, but the average guy that she doesn't want, they're like, I surfboard. They're like, well, I don't like that. That sounds dangerous. I don't think you should be doing that. I definitely ain't going to do it with you. You know what I mean? But a submissive woman, like if say you're a gamer, right? The submissive woman won't complain about it. She'll start playing the game with you because she's a follower. So she just follows whatever you're doing. She just follows, and she's happy. You're not forcing her. So that's another lie, that you got to go out and get a woman and force her to be a submissive. No, you don't. You don't get a woman and force her to. That's Christian, Jew, Muslim, that ideology. You get a woman and you force her to do what. No, in the Pastafarian religion, we find the submissive one that wants to be the follower, right? And that way they're happy, right? If you get one that isn't submissive and you try to make her into submissive, trying to make her be the biology that she was meant to be, it'll never work out. You're just basically putting a bear or a white tiger on a tricycle and teaching it little tricks, balancing a ball on his nose. Sooner or later, that bear is going to eat you, okay? So yeah, the submissive woman will change what you do. Like if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, guess what? Even though she's never watched football in her life, because she's never had a boyfriend that was into football, now she gets to you. Now you're watching Steeler games or whatever your team is, you know what I mean, every Sunday or whenever it is. Guess what she's doing? Is she complaining out in the kitchen on the phone? I can't believe my man, he's always got to, I want to go out on Sunday, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to. No. That woman you get rid of, okay? Because you know what? If you get rid of all those women, and you only concentrate your time on a submissive woman, then you only have to date a couple women to get the one that you really want. You know what I mean? Right? Instead of wasting 5 years on this woman who you know damn well she's telling you she's not submissive. And if she's telling you she's not submissive, that means she's telling you your marriage is only going to last 5 years or less. And then she's going to take half your crap, destroy your family, and take your kids away from you, okay? So you can either choose that and be a little boy, right, and not a man, okay? Or you can, man up, even though it's harder to do. But always harder stuff is always more substantial. If you want some artificial marriage that isn't really a marriage, then go for love and compatibility, okay? Or you can go for biology and get a submissive woman, and she will change. If she's submissive and she likes you, then all you have to do is spend time with her, and she'll fall madly in love with you, and she won't be able to get away from you. She won't even if she wants to, she won't be able to. She won't even want to get away with you, though, because that's what she wants. She wants a leader. So all you got to do is be that leader, but be a good leader, okay? A good leader, it doesn't mean that you just disregard everything your woman says, okay? Being a good leader, okay, being a leader is easy. You just got to be the leader. You can be bad or whatever. You can do whatever you want if you're a bad leader. But if you want to be a good leader, okay, you would listen. Like something comes up, you ask your woman, or she tells you, you know what I mean, if it, involves her or whatever. Her opinion, she gives her opinion. You tell her why you're going to do. Let's say you're going to do something she don't want you to do, right? She comes and tells you. Then instead of just saying, "No, I'm the leader. I don't care what you got to say. Blah blah blah. I'm a patriarchy." No, no, that's a lie that happens. That isn't. I mean, it might happen in the Christian, Jew, Muslim thing, but not in the Pastafarians. Okay, that's not the way it goes. Okay, what the man does, a good leader, is he listens. He says, "Oh, you have a problem with this decision. Oh, well, sit down and please tell me why you have a problem with it. Why don't you like it? Why is it going to affect you badly? I need to know this. I'm the leader." She tells you, right? She gives her whatever's, and then you tell her, "Well, I'm doing this." Let's say you tell your woman, "I don't want you going out with these." She got 4 slut friends. They're all single, slutty as hell, and they're always trying to drag her out to the bar, clubbing on Friday and Saturday, where everyone's out, trying to get laid. And she wants to dress slutty as hell and go out with her slutty friends, where it's conducive for her losing her marriage. You know what I mean? She would say, "Well, I don't think blah 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 blah." You sit her down and you tell her why. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it because I want to be mean, because I'm controlling. I just want us not to do stuff. Just like if there was a building that I could go to on Friday and Saturday where there were hundreds of hot chicks, and they all wanted to buy me drinks, and they were all just throwing themselves at me at the bar, I wouldn't go to that bar, right? Because I would be tempted, and I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I get tempted, because you are my wife, and our relationship and our family means more to me than that experience of going to the bar, dressing like a slut, and having hundreds of women throw themselves at me. It'd be nice and great, but I give that up for you because I love you, and not just that reason, but because I love for our marriage, for our relationship. I want it to last. You know what I mean? It means go back and forth, and then when everything is said or whatever, the man has the last word. Okay. At the very end of it, the man has the last word, and the woman can say, "Well, I don't like that." Blah 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 blah. Pick a good man, and he'll always give decisions that are made for you might not like them, but you'll know for sure that he's making those decisions on behalf of you, like to help you out, not to hurt you. You know what I mean? It's like a kid, you feed them meat and vegetables, not sugar for every meal. They don't like it, but it's good for them. You know what I mean? That's what a good leader, a good parent does. And I'm saying this is how a good leader works in a marriage or a relationship. He doesn't argue. He doesn't. And you say, "Well, they just argue with you all the time." That's why you're not getting a submissive. You're not picking a submissive woman. That's why they're arguing with you, because you were a bad leader. Okay, 100% of the time, if you are a bad leader, a woman will follow you, and it's not like they're being I'm saying that, oh, if you're a bad leader, they'll just be crazy and shit. Yes, they will be crazy. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying the woman always follows the lead of the man. If the man leads them into being a crappy leader, then they will become a crappy follower, right? If you're a good leader, guess what? They'll follow you, and they'll follow you into, goodness. They're not being. You're the one who is being not dominant or a bad leader first, right? By making these stupid decisions. When they start acting crazy, and they're just following your lead. You told them. You said, I'm a bad leader, so you can be a bad follower, right? This is how we do it in here, in our relationship. They're just following whatever you tell them to do. You know what I mean? Be a good leader, they'll be a good follower. It's that simple. You be a bad leader, they're going to be a bad follower. And a good leader picks a submissive woman. So if you already started out by not picking a submissive woman, you just told the woman, hey woman, I'm an idiot, I'm a bad leader, because I know for a fact that my marriage is going to be crap unless you're submissive, and you're not submissive and I still picked you. I'm a piece of shit. Can you please treat me like I'm a piece of shit? And you know what? They will. They will treat you like a piece of shit, okay? Even if their conscious mind isn't saying that, their subconscious mind, their biology and their biological mechanisms will flood them with hormones and making them think, and they will, even if it's on a subconscious level, they will start hating you and treating you like crap, okay? So, they say that the man is, it's just selfish, and no, it's them. It's the women. If you don't act this way, if you don't be the leader and make them the follower, or pick a follower rather, not make them, they will just destroy you and everything about you. Let's see what we got here. 2.5 minutes. But it is your duty as a Pastafarian to pick yourself a good woman. And I wanted to, parents, and we only have 2 minutes. Sooner or later, we're going to get through every lie that these people have told you about men. This thing that men are bad. We all see it on, and we see it on TV. We see it in life of society telling us men are verbal abusers, physical abusers, cheaters, abandoners, deadbeat dads, violent crimes is them, rape, toxic, supremacist, no rights for women, they're oppressive. That's all you hear. And I bought into this lie, okay, because that's what it is. It's not even data manipulation, it's just outright lies. Okay, I looked up all the data, okay? Verbal abuse? No. Women are the kings of verbal abuse when it comes to relationships and marriages, okay? Data tells you that. Same with physical abuse. Guess what? It isn't men that are beating women all over it's just that it's the only abuse that's advertised on TV and the news and the sitcoms and the movies and whatever. It's the only thing that's advertised. It's the only thing. So that's the only thing you see. So that's what you think is out there. It isn't the case. Data says actually women physically abused their husbands and boyfriends like 100 million times worse and more than men. You know what I mean? They're the ones beating and smacking their husbands. It's not the other way around. I mean, there's always exceptions to rules. Obviously, there are men out there beating their wives. I'm saying if 90% of them is the other way around and it's really the women beating the men, then whoa, okay? Same way with cheating. Cheating, abandoning, deadbeat dad. Oh, this is lies. It's all lies. Violent crimes, talks, all this stuff is outright lies. Like the cheating thing. No, women are the ones who cheat. Men actually aren't the cheaters. Yeah, I can't believe it. Yes, women overwhelmingly cheat more than men. If you think about it, it's because they can. Who's going to cheat more? The female who all they have to do is walk outside and 20 men will sleep with them if they want. They're hitting on them, they're whatever. Or is it the guy who walks out the thing, no women hit on him. He actually has to go out of his way to go get that woman to cheat. So who cheats? Who do you think cheats more? Obviously, the women, and that's with the data. Data says